Good morning, beautiful masterpiece women. Happy Friday. So, I just wanted to come to you and say, I hope you take some time this weekend, number one, to rest, to relax, and have some self care. Number two, I wanted to just share a little bit about what is going on with Masterpiece Women, just give you an update because we're super excited about what's going on. And some of you may be going, well, wait a minute. I thought you were just luncheons in South Florida. And what's this Masterpiece Women membership and how does it all work? So I just wanted to kind of share with you what our game plan for 2022, what our vision is, and what our vision for the future is so that you understood where we're going, what we're doing. So number one, we want to continue to build our local presence in South Florida. Our hope and prayer would be that we would really build up our luncheons, and our luncheons are a way to achieve three goals. The number one goal is to serve each one of you, that you would grow personally, professionally, in authentic relationships. You'd be able to network with like-minded women, that you can build your businesses together, build your ministries together, or if you don't have a ministry or business, grow in your leadership skills. I know there's a lot of women involved in Masterpiece Women that are not business women, and we want to offer an opportunity for you to grow and excel in authentic relationship with the other women, because every one of you is a leader. So that's one of the goals. The other goal of the luncheons is to be an outreach opportunity to women who may not come to church, but you want to be able to just love them the way Christ loved the world. And we want to be an opportunity to invite all of our friends that would come to a place where when they walk in, they feel so loved, so valued, that they really want to experience what it is that we're experiencing with having an intimate relationship with God. And number three, we want to support each other personally, professionally, and in our walk with God. So those are the three key things that our goal is. And as a matter of fact, I should say, really, if we think about it, there's a fourth goal, because when we are doing these luncheons, it's not just about us, those attending. It is really about others and being other-centered. And part of that is focusing on supporting the local organizations in our community that are doing great things. Masterpiece Women does not want to be another not-for-profit struggling to grow and trying to go out and get a bunch of supporters financially and all of that. So we've chosen to do it more as a business model and get sponsorships and do the membership to support ourselves, so that we can support the other organizations in our community that are doing great work. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to be a support system. So we're very passionate about working with different organizations that are supporting the community, specifically, primarily women and children. That's our main focus. However, you'll see us supporting Strike Force 421. That's a giving circle that I'm very passionate about, because they do a whole audit. They do site visits with specific ministries, and they really vet them out strongly, and then they give to them. So many of our Masterpiece Women are involved there. There's EMA, who has come to our luncheons and shared about their organization and helping young single moms, etc. So there's multiple organizations. 4Kids, of course, I'm very passionate about. Elite Foundation, who's working against human trafficking. So there's a lot of opportunity. And we also want to support you, because you're passionate about organizations. If you have events or things that are coming up, please let us know. We're going to create a calendar. And if any of you want to help me manage it, that would be awesome. Email me, masterpiecewomenorg@gmail.com, because we could use some help with some of those things. But our heart is that we would support the women in the movement. If you're passionate about something and you're having an event, we would love to do that. We'd also like to have social time together, so we really get to know each other on a more intimate level. When we had our leadership meeting, one of the things they suggested was, let's do some fun things together, like maybe painting evening, or a cooking evening, or different things like that. So if you have an idea and you're willing to lead it and set it up, I will put it out there. The thing is what I don't want to do is be doing 2,000 things myself, because part of what I always talk to you about is your time management. And this year in 2022, I'm trying to be very intentional about my time and my family time. My daughter graduates this year, as I've shared with you. We're down to the last minute on who she's going to select as far as colleges, but I really want to have time with her this season. And I'm very good at getting very busy. So I know that's one of my weaknesses. So I'm really trying to be intentional to not do that. So if you have some time that you would like to help put some of those things together, we would really, really appreciate. So that's our luncheons. What is our Masterpiece Women membership program? So that program is specifically to help you grow in a couple of areas, multiple areas actually, but the key ones are this. Number one is mindset. So what I did, because in looking at my time management, I cannot do coaching one-on-one, and I don't have time to do my programs for Tina Raines LLC for my individual coaching and do Masterpiece. There's just not enough time in the day. So I put two of the programs that I have launched in the past in there, and I will continue to add programs that are specific to mindset. Right now, everybody in the membership has access to those programs, and we're walking through Think and Grow Rich with a biblical application for all the women who are interested in doing that. I'm going to tell you, if you have not done that program and you haven't hopped in with us, you definitely want to do that, because it's one of the best business building programs and mindset programs, because it's not just about getting rich. It's about being rich in general, in really knowing whose you are and setting goals and getting those goals achieved. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. We also have in that program, we're in the process of building a step-by-step program where you can build your own online program. So if you want to create your own membership, you want to create your own online program, we're going to have a step-by-step. How do you do that? Because we believe that women oftentimes would like to have an online business, but they just don't know how. So part of Masterpiece Women is we want to give women tangible tools that they can use to build their businesses. So it's not just, great ideas. Let's give you some practical, tangible tools. So we're in the process of launching that. All of our members have access to, we're building a directory. So if you're part of the membership, you'll be part of that directory. We want to highlight the women who are a part of our membership and help them build their business to the next level as well. And so I encourage you, from a marketing perspective, right now, I've offered all of our Masterpiece Women a 50% discount in our membership site. So I'm going to encourage you, you don't want to miss it, because that's going to be gone soon. And if you use the code FOUNDER, you'll get 50% off. And so you can do it for as low as $25 a month and get great advertisement for the directory, as well as all the great resources that are in there. And we're adding things on a daily basis. And as you see, we just started our podcast. And so if you are someone who loves to teach, loves to share, you're an entrepreneur, you have some great stories, I would love for you to connect with me, talk to me. Let's get on a phone call, because we are very passionate about highlighting our Masterpiece Women on those podcasts. So definitely connect with me. Let me know if you have interest in being on that podcast, and we will see about getting you scheduled in. Let's talk and visit and see what we would like to put together on that. And so that's our podcast, our membership, our luncheons, and of course the retreat. Now the retreat, what we found last year was we only had a small group, and it was so valuable because every one of us grew so much, including the speakers. We had such an incredible time of growth and just the presence of God, that we decided we wanted to repeat that small, intimate setting. And so we only have a few spots left on our Masterpiece Women retreat. There's only room for 35 to 40, depending on how many women take the single rooms. And so I'm just going to tell you, if you're going to register now, because it's going to be amazing. There's downtime. If you look at the schedule, I have it all up there. If you were at our luncheon where Nadine Raphael spoke, or Dee Dee Lomenick, they're amazing. And I would encourage you to talk to any of the women that went last year. They'll share just God's doing something incredible in this group. I believe he's creating a movement, and he wants us to go deep. He wants us to go intimate so that we can grow and then go out and do exactly what he's called us to do. So I'm going to encourage you, join us, ladies. And if you have any questions, email me. I'm happy to answer them. If you're saying, well, how do I fit in? I am not an entrepreneur. Women, we are all leaders. All of us are leaders. And even one of our leaders last year that did some of our programs, she shared how she took that leadership training that we did on Think and Grow Rich, and she taught her children. So here her teenage children, or actually they're in middle school, were sharing at the table different ways to counteract the lies the enemy was telling them, and different ways to deal with conflict, and different ways to do things. And so it's not just about us personally growing, it's how do we affect everybody around us? Because the stronger our leadership is, the better our family relationships are. And because the reality is, if you're a great leader, you pick up personality traits and traits like humility, compassion. There's a lot more to being a leader than just being a strong, bold person. It's really having those characteristics of Christ, and being a servant leader is so important. So we serve our families better, we serve our communities better, we serve our husbands better. And so I want you to think about, because we're not just about growing for ourselves. We want to help you grow personally, professionally, for many reasons, and including making our family stronger. My husband and I coach a marriage retreat twice a year, and we're just so passionate about it because we know that family is key. If we can have strong marriages and strong families, our kids are learning the values, we're going to expand this kingdom. We're going to expand the outreach that we have in this world. And so I'm going to encourage you, put on the mindset of, how do I change the world? Let's be world changers. Let's change the world for good and do good things in the world, and do it together, and build businesses that honor the Lord, and build businesses that are of excellence, that people around us say, wow, I want to be like that person. What do they have that I don't have? And let them get to know you and see that what it is you're a masterpiece, and your identity is in Christ. And that's really what it all boils down to. So I just want to give you an update and let you know what was going on, and tell you to have a great weekend, do some self-care, have some great fun this weekend. And it's Valentine's weekend. Plan something special for your kids and your husband and anybody else you love. And just know that you are a masterpiece, and I love you, and Jesus loves you even more. Have a blessed weekend, and happy Valentine's Day.